He'll get to running that mile.
Why y'all is cute?
Okay. So I do believe this thing is going. We put down the equation that said that this is the area. The area was stipulated to be 830. And then it wants you to minimize the cost. Well, cost is based on perimeter. So the perimeter, as you go around here, think about it. You have 2 of these that are X's, but they're $6 each. So, or excuse me, those are $3 each. So if you think you got 2 of them that are 3X, and then you got 2 of them that are 6X. So that gives you 6, oh, excuse me, that's not an X, that's a Y. Doesn't make a difference. So this is 6X, and that is 12Y. And that is our perimeter or cost, whatever you want to call it. Now the way you actually worked it before is you've got to rearrange this one and get it to where it's got one letter all by itself. And then you're going to take that part right there and you're going to substitute it into your primary equation. So I got this 12 times 830 over X. It looks awful. It takes a long time, but it's really not that bad. I just don't think so. Somebody grab a calculator and bump out what is 12 times 830.
Big number.
9,960.
9,960. Yes. And I'm going to bring the X to the top. Is that good with y'all? The reason I did that is because we need to take the derivative of that thing right there. And remember, our goal is to take the derivative and set it equals 0. So this little p or cost, whatever you want to call it, that's going to go to 0. And that's going to be 6. And then this right here will be negative. And then he's going to step down to x squared. So whenever you move everything around, I'm going to keep the 6 over here. I'm going to take that one over so he's positive. So I'd have 9,960. But the x squared goes in the bottom. Yes, it is. And I think I'm working this out right. I don't think I got a boo-boo. Keep in mind that's 6 over 1. If you cross multiply, that gives you 6x squared equals 9,960. For some reason, I'm just remembering having to divide by 12 the other day. I don't know where my paper is to check. So that would be, yeah, what did you, what is that divided by 6?
1660.
1660. Okay, can you do the square root of that? Forty point what? 74. Does that help us with our answer?
Yep.
Because I got my x part. The x part here is 40.74. So that means B. Okay, because the x needs to go with the 3. So 40.74 goes with. Okay, no, wait a minute. 40.74 goes with $3. It's C. There we go. So yeah, that one was a pain in the butt. It really was. Sorry about that. Y'all remember how to find the implicit derivative? Remember, these are the ones where you take the derivative, and when you take the derivative, you've got to remember to do dy over dx. Remember that part? And then you got to solve and get dy over dx by itself. So that's going to become a negative 3x squared. And I'm going to divide through by the part I don't want. So I've got dy over dx equals, okay, my 3's go out, and I got negative x squared over y squared. C. How many questions we got anyway? Almost.
See,
Yes, ma'am. I was hoping we'd get done.
we got 2 problems.
Same thing, implicit. Now this one's harder because you see where it's got XY. I just kind of wrote all over everything. That's where you got to do product rule. So be careful. All right, when you do product rule, you're going to do 2, and then you got x times the derivative of y. Sorry about the wiggle. And it's going to be plus y times the derivative of x. And then keep going.
That's x dy.
Yeah, that's what that's supposed to be. Oops. 2y, and then this is supposed to be dy over dx equals 0. So the first order of business is going to be to distribute your 2. So 2x dy over dx plus, and then that's going to be 2y minus this crap, which doesn't change. Okay, now we have an issue here. The issue is that we have 2 of these things that have dy over dx. Do you remember how we fixed that?
We take it out.
Exactly. So we're going to take out dy over dx out of those 2. So I'm going to have 2x left over for this one,
Plus 2y.
and we're going to have that left over for this one. We're going to ship the other guy to the other side because he doesn't belong. He doesn't have a dy over dx.
Hold up. 2.
And that's supposed to be negative. They just kind of smudge together. There we go.
You got it on.
Yeah, divide by the part you don't want. And then, do you see what is in everything?
2.
And they were tricky. I remember this answer. This answer was tricky. Everybody has a 2, so they took the 2 out, and that leaves negative y over x minus y. But they didn't stop there. They went in the professional mode for the answer. That negative right there, they took that negative and used it to take the bottom part and turn it around. Because if you distribute a negative on the bottom part, it just becomes y minus x.
Oh, it's
See?
Yeah, I don't know which one matches, but that's how they got there. They
So
reduced the
y
2's, and then
over-
this turns that backwards. Alrighty. So let's see here. This says company knows that unit cost C and revenue R from production sales unit is that thing right there. Okay, so let's just write this down. And by the way, when I write this down, I'm going to go ahead and split it up. I'm going to make it a great big fraction times r squared. So it looks more like a polynomial. So find the rate of change. Okay, what does rate of change mean? Do you remember? Rate of change. I'm hoping your brain goes slope, which makes it go to derivative. This is actually that old kind of word problem that we did to start with, the rate of change ones. So now you don't have to come up with the thing, they gave it to you, but you've got to do it. But instead of doing with respect to time, because we always did those like dr over dt, everything dt. This is not dt. If you look at it, what it says here is per unit. So we're just going to do du. Okay, so we'll do the derivative of c, which is going to be dc over du. Now we're going to do the derivative of this crap. What is that right there divided by 2? I don't know. Is it 109? Is that it? Surely that's it.
about what?
Is it? I just took the 2 and 18. You double check me. Make sure I didn't do something stupid. And then if you take the derivative of that thing, it's 0. But I did forget something here. That's got to have a dr over du on it. So remember we'd come over here and we'd list them all out? We'd do dc over du, we'd do r, and then dr over du. Caitlin, you said you was going into marketing. This is something you're probably going to run into in business calculus. This is kind of crap you're going to have to do. All right, if you read your question, you can pick out your stuff. Find the rate of change of revenue per unit. Which one of those is this? the last one, revenue per unit. Okay, so that's what we're looking for. When the cost per unit is changing by 14, so which one is that?
That's your first
First one, okay? And then the revenue is 2,000. So we're going to plug in those things, and we're solving for dr over du. So this becomes a 14. I'm going to leave this crazy fraction here. We're going to put r as 2,000, and we're going to have that. Now, the nice thing here is those zeros just kill each other off. So you've got 2 over 109 dr over du. What's the simple way to solve that? I'll just do it this way. Take a reciprocal. I think we did that the other day, didn't we? Was it this class that was doing that? If you multiply through by the reciprocal, tops go, bottoms go, and you're left with what you want. It's just a matter of over here, make sure that you got that 14 over 1. So you can multiply it out. Now I'm going to cheat. I'm going to reduce first. So I need 7 times 109.
714. I mean, that's
763. Okay, so 763. Yeah, there we go, right there. That's it. That's the last one.
Mhm.
Okie dokie.
Most part, yes.